Alright, another M91 attempt. I think this is my 4th attempt. I don't really have a plan here. Just drop TV because it's my most nostalgic drop and I haven't really been there much lately. We don't land right on the tippity top. See if there's anyone dropping down to challenge me. Sometimes it's quite hectic, other times not so much. I can hear someone to my right, getting the gun ASAP. Expecting this guy to come up the stairs towards me. You can see on the minimap he just took the bounty, so he's obviously on the lowest floor. Go ahead and grab that armor satchel for full armor plates. A very nice recent change. Want to get rid of this EVR as soon as possible. Green AUG's a pretty decent replacement. I think the shotgun I've got is okay at short range. The AUG is surprisingly okay at medium range as well. Play more on the ladder. I don't think that would kill a guy in one shot, unless they didn't have full plates yet. But even if it didn't, they'd be pretty severely damaged, and it's just a big audio cue to let me know someone's up on the roof. Hear the footsteps below, get a pretty easy kill on that guy. Imagine he's looted the back half of the building, so he's just brought all of that to me. His body was hiding the gun model, so I didn't actually know what that was, so I picked it up. I'll keep the AUG over that then. Not sure if there's an easy way to get up there or not. Not really worth the hassle at the moment. See a red dot on top of big red, sort of heading towards that group of buildings. Pretty confident that there's no one else at broadcast. More shots, you see the doors on the right are open. You can see that based on his red dot, he's in the right alcove on the roof. Go head towards that. I'm going to crouch a little bit first, because you don't really have enough time to pop dead silence from the ground floor and get all the way to the top. If I have to climb that ladder. So go up a few flights before I do that. Got a bit nuts on that guy. He definitely would have won had he put those stopping power rounds into his weapon. Surprised he knew I was there. Wait for dead silence to wear off. Plug those in. Nothing else useful. Stopping power rounds in a shotgun is crazy devastating. Just try and stay super mobile when I'm on the roof. Try and make it really difficult for anyone to one-tap me. Heartbeat sensor early game, very powerful. I wanted to head towards the buy station over in the group of houses in that direction. But it's a pretty perilous journey if you're just crossing all of these buildings without a heartbeat or a UAV. So finding one definitely made me feel a lot more comfortable doing that. Because I've got enough for a loadout. Find some cover. Wait this guy out. Walking straight towards me. A nice easy target. This guy almost deletes me with stopping power. It's not really an ideal position or an ideal weapon for this confrontation. Standing between me and the buy station, I have to go in that direction. Even if I wanted to go back, I can't really because I'll just be given him my back and it's like a clear plane that I'd have to cross to get back up to cover. So I have to deal with this guy and hope that no one else third parties me. We're firing unsuppressed weapons. This guy's swapping back and forth between windows. Really the best thing you can be doing. You notice he's shooting like tracer rounds at me. Kind of had me worried that he had his loadout. Starting to get a bit frustrated at this point. Just wasting so much time. I want to tag him a bunch, kind of push him back. Make it seem like I'm still engaging, and then just rush, just get across. He's probably heard me, I can hear him repositioning now. Getting shot from somewhere to the right, top fire station. There's a guy here waiting for the guy I was fighting to come out. So he killed him for me, and then I just took him out. So this guy did have his loadout. Explains the tracer rounds. I was kind of expecting to run into that. I know there's still a guy firing at me from top fire, so try and peek him. Can't really see anything. It's a pretty good kilo build. Throw the proxy mine in the body, so even if people are being vigilant when they come over, they're not going to see it until it's too late. Trying to stay very mobile so this guy can't get a shot on me. Serious shot on me anyway. Pump rounds into that window, hope I get lucky. The guy gets absolutely destroyed by the sniper. You can see him looking towards me. We'll send around the corner and try and catch him rotating towards me, but he wasn't. This guy's kind of a weird player. I think he made some pretty odd decisions that I would never have made. So rotating to the left so I get a bit of advantage. Not sure if he's still behind the truck. Try and get an angle on that. Heading over there and I see him rotating to my left. Doesn't have ghost though. Easy to track. A bit wary of this player. I don't know what he's planning. He's kind of making some weird, like I said, some weird decisions. Now I found out he's got stopping power. I was kind of expecting him to push off that. Sure, see if I were to tag him. Didn't happen. He's still hanging back somewhere. This guy's got stopping power in his long range weapon, so I was kind of hoping he'd push up and deal with the stopping power in my shotgun. Nothing on heartbeat, so he's rotating away now. Wish I'd noticed just a second sooner, because that would have been a pretty easy kill. Thank you, mobile. Cross over to the buildings. I'm assuming he's heading towards his loadout. Maybe he doesn't have his loadout yet. Thinking about going to the top floor. Realize I don't have time to do that. Push loadout, get a pretty easy kill. Go and pick up a M91, so we drop the kilo. This guy had an MP5, so now we've got a decent long range weapon, decent close range weapon. Also running restock with the decoy grenades and the proximity mines. Just kind of playing, just trying different things. So often I'd run stuns or C4 and Semtex, and those are like really aggressive things that you will use in the moment to take people out. Whereas decoy and proxy are kind of things you would use preemptively, or as you're retreating or something, just to confuse people, throw people off, slow people down, as opposed to actually, if I was pushing a building, it wouldn't be particularly useful. So this guy has to rotate towards me. I put down that waypoint and see that he's still 200 meters away. It's a bit further than I thought it was. I don't really want to wait the full 3 minutes for him to cross 200 meters, so we head towards him. Did hear shots over here, so there's at least 2 people.
We got recon online.
Pop another one because I'm not confident where he's gone. I only saw one on the UAV, so I'm assuming the other guy's ghosted. There he is. Get behind some cover. You can see I'm a little rusty with this weapon. I wasn't very impressed with myself. Oh, we got him. The gun's not so bad. It's got some heavy vertical recoil, but it seems like inconsistent, so I sometimes struggle to control that. And the reload is quite long. It's kind of its biggest downfalls. Notice because I've got restock, I'm being pretty, what's the term? I don't want to say generous, but I guess it'll have to do. Generous with my proximity mines, just toss it on everybody in case the guy wins his gulag and drops straight back down. You can only have 2 proxy mines active at once, so every time I throw down another one, the original proxy mine that I've thrown down will just vanish. But I assume if that guy hasn't gone to his body already, it's probably not going to do it now, so just throw it somewhere else. Got a shot in the house somewhere. A bit of elevation. It's kind of looking towards the guy's loot to the right. Notice all this loot's gone. Got a red dot in big blue. Stop here. Being aware of that in case he's looking down towards me. Still think there's someone in the barn to my right somewhere. The housing area. Didn't really want to push into it though. Being wary of the guy in fire station if he's still up there. God knows he could be. Keeping an eye on Big Blue, but I'm trying to clear all the other little buildings just by flanking past them. Guy in the truck heard me approach. Him. Just deleted that guy with a few headshots. Crazy. So I'm not sure if that was the same guy that was on Big Blue. If that guy came down or if there's another one up here. I'm just trying to clear the stairwell. Being aware that people love to camp in these corridors. They usually mount up on those doors and just aim at the only way up. So I was prepared for that. Prepared for someone to be looking down this ladder. Let's clear the rooftop real quick. Just trying to fuck around here. I was trying to get up on top of the shed to the right. And the character's just jumping and mantling and doing all kinds of weird shit that I don't want it to do. Frustrating. Check the tower. Be amazed how often I find people just sitting up the very top of the radar tower there. Radio tower. Sniping down. I proxy mined from ages ago. Messed that guy up a bit. Had I put a few bullets into him, I might have been able to finish him off with that proxy. Kind of kicking myself a little bit. Just one down into the road, why not? That guy's going to be plating up, so I don't really need to worry about him pushing straight out. Gone through another one on top of the ladder, so I get the audio cue should someone push up. Saw some sniper glint on the hill to the left. Move away from that, keep an eye on this guy, you can see him moving around down there still. Some pretty good shots on him. Guy in the housing area is going to have to rotate towards me at some point. Willing to wait here until the gas forces him. Kind of hoping he'll move before then though. Pretty good position on him. I'll definitely know if anyone's coming up behind me. Saying mobile, the only real threat is getting one tapped because I can just jump across to the slope on either side of the blue roof here. Avoid any automatic fire. Just throw a decoy out. Maybe bait some people to go and have a look. Encourage this guy to come towards me maybe. Wait until that guy was a bit further away from the rock on the right before opening up. Managed to down him. Trying to get a new angle. Using the MP5 for the faster movement speed. See him plating up behind the rock. Pretty easy kill on that guy. I don't pay attention to names, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was one of the guys I killed from before, coming back for his loot. Keeping an eye on the housing district just in case that wasn't the guy that I was watching down there that got hit by the proxy mine earlier. So let the gas push up a little bit further. Be surprised if anyone waited that late to move. And I'd rather not be getting pushed by the gas myself, so get a little bit ahead of it. Move towards the zone. Keep an eye on the minimap for bounties. Hasn't really been many around. So got a UAV for later. Looking at the circle, not particularly happy with what I see. But I know I'm going to have to rotate along the left side of the circle. I don't want to be pushing out towards the canal. I'd rather go towards the airport. Gatekeeping a little. See if anyone else is coming up behind me that I managed to miss. For some reason there's a tree over there that looks very humanoid to me. Gets me every time. Not seeing anyone. Safe enough to push up. Some of these buildings are in the zone. Grab that. Not really because I needed anything, but more just to make it quiet so I can hear footsteps if they're any nearby. There's another one on the roof, but it's not nowhere near as imposing. Saw some glint on the window and thought it was a figure in the shed there. Wasn't expecting him to re-peek on the left. Put a few shots into him anyway. Get between him and the zone once again. See his head just there. Decides to cross back in just as I cross out. He's in the little cubby. Gas is right behind him.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Not a whole lot he can do. I'm looking for cover. Maybe there's a better position than right here. But it works fine. He had basically nothing. Not too afraid of an EBR, to be honest. You can make it work if you've got your loadout attachments, but the ground loot ones are just awful. Again, looking at the circle, I'm to the conclusion that I definitely can't rotate to the right. Gotta go left. I don't really want to go out over near that bridge there. It's quite flat. I much prefer to flank to the left around this rocky area here. Get on top of the hill. But of course my character can't mantle any of this. It's easily climbable rock. My hardened soldier cannot climb. So forced to push along a little bit.
Gas is closing in.
It's not really that big of a deal. I'm pretty confident that the area to my right is clear. Gas is going to push anyone on the hill off the hill. But I definitely want to clear that as soon as I can. I'm going to keep an eye out for any optical glint in the distance. Can't see anyone rotating in. And head straight towards the airport so I can get back near some walls and some buildings. Somewhere I've got options. Hearing unopened crates, that's always a good sign. Supply run, not very useful to me. Get as much information as I can while I've got elevation.
Enemy UAV overhead.
This is Falcon 3-0. Good copy.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Thought I saw a red dot over near that quad bike, but I didn't. Got melted by this guy. I almost got him. The play there was not to go prone. I should have been jumping around or yeah, strafing side to side, whatever.
You survive, you earn your freedom.
UAV is out of fuel.
Going prone is kind of my panic response. Trying to train myself out of that, but haven't really gotten there yet.
Get ready.
One of those UAVs popped. I tried to pop my own so I could get similar information. Obviously that guy was ghosted and was a lot closer than I was expecting. I should have been able to kill him had I kept moving and had my shots hit. I definitely had faster DPS than him,
Front line, but if you lose, you're done.
but can't win them all.
Beat them down or capture the objective. You're going back to the front line.
Easy kill on that guy. With one of my least favorite pistols.
Final deployment reporting up. Find those.
Trying to work out exactly where I died, see if it's feasible for me to push back into the gas and grab it. We get the loadout drop and then I see where it is. Not feeling too good about that either. There's definitely no way I can get that. Head towards the loadout. There's someone in a truck driving around. Need to be aware of that. Right below me on the right. Get to hangar. Try and get some armor. Try and get a weapon that's not the UBR, ideally. Something automatic.
UAV overhead. Enemy UAV
UAVs start popping and I'm not feeling great, that's for sure.
UAV overhead.
They just keep coming. Get out here, get our M91 back. Use the Kali 6 movement speed, get back into cover. Head on a swivel, trying to find any enemies.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Feeling a bit safer now. Decent weapon. At least fully plated, even if I don't have any reserves. Thought process here is to get a little bit higher than I am. I don't really want to be in these hangars, I'd rather be, you know, a few meters higher on this upper level near the buildings here. Got a cluster strike,
Hand on left.
basically on top of itself. So there's two guys up there, and then we hear the gunshots. There's obviously someone still here. Sounded further to the right than the cluster. Was kind of expecting someone to be there.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Few shots on that guy. You hear him stop moving when he's in there, so I'm kind of expecting him to be staring at the door. I don't really want to push straight into that. Straight into the line of fire with some Kali sticks. Like they're fast, but not that fast. Put a proxy mine down in case he decides to follow me around. Then I go and aim at the other direction. Kind of looking away from him so I can hear directional audio. I can hear him back on the right. Back here, take him down. Got a satchel, full armor plates, got our MP5 back, got a UAV, dead silence. So now I'm quite happy. I've got basically everything I had before I died.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Always wary of the UAVs.
Recon on my position.
On my own, got one in the close hangar.
Good copy. UAV beginning flyover.
There's 6 left and only 2 on the map, so not super useful. Try and get a bit of cover before I engage this guy. See, I don't really have the accuracy of this gun kind of nailed down.
Fuel. Returning to
The handling of this gun. Pop daddy, get a bit closer. Bit of a different angle. Land a couple of headshots, melt him pretty quick. See on the minimap, the guy in the truck is moving again. Throw down 2 of those in case the truck decides to drive into the hangar with me. If I were the guy in the truck, I would try and run me over. I'll take 2 proxies to kill one. Just put those down preemptively. I hear footsteps of the guy pushing into the hangar, and then I'm getting tagged from the fire station behind me. Definitely not a great situation to be in. You hear him moving around. Put a decoy out to confuse him a little. Some good shots on him, get back inside. Get our armor plates back. Find some cover where the fire station guy can't actually shoot at me while I engage with this dude. He's back in the truck though. It's cruising.
Gas is inbound.
Put a few shots into him just to make sure he knows I'm still here. But he's clearly not interested. Let him go. I think he's pushing on the guy in the fire station. Kind of interesting that he left me just to go and push someone else. Whatever. Use that opportunity, the noise they're making. Everyone's kind of looking in that direction to push up, get a bit closer, and find these guys. On top, get easy shots on him. some reason this guy's still looking at the other guy.
You eliminated all
Got a very easy kill on him.
well done.
I'm amazed that guy made it to second. In his position, the second my enemy got shot, I'd be looking to find out where he got shot from. Maybe he was stunned or something, didn't hear it. I was actually quite surprised myself when that was the end of the game. I thought there was another one. But we had a good comeback. I feel like that was a relatively easy game. This weapon's pretty decent. I'm not great with it, but with some practice I think you could make it pretty solid. 14 kills there. I think we had 15 total. No bounties, which I found unusual. And restock instead of ghost. Been doing a lot of that lately. There's the build. Got the Kali sticks, which I didn't use, but there you have it.